Let's talk about how do you get coaching clients if your niche is completely oversaturated and you're very overwhelmed and frustrated by the amount of other people who are claiming they can do the same thing as you and you don't know how to get more clients, or if you're in the wrong market. That's a lot. So let's get into this. The first thing you need to realize is that's normal. It's very normal to feel like, oh my gosh, there's so many other people in this niche saying the same thing as me. I've got this expertise, but it seems like there's like 200 other people who I'm seeing their ads saying the same thing. They're all better than me, more testimonials, cases, this, that, and the other thing. You're like, what do I do? Well, first of all, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to do to thrive, hopefully, in a saturated niche. So the first thing you need to realize is this. All niches, coaching niches worth going into, are oversaturated. Okay, there's just no way around it because I mean, as of this recording of this video, it's 2024. It's no secret that coaching works, that people want coaching for the simple reason is that just consuming information isn't helping people fix problems. They need somebody to guide them and help them, and that's you, okay? So it's here to stay. And the reality is there's really no secret niches that nobody knows about because everything's exposed. You can find any sort of niche. And so I would argue if you can't find any competition in your market, probably means nobody's spending money on advertising, which means nobody's making money. So when you see ads in your coaching niche again and again and again, and the same people, same coaches running all these ads on YouTube and on Facebook, on here and there, and you're like, they're everywhere. It most likely means they're making money because they can't spend all that money on ads and just lose money forever. So there's a very good likelihood that they're making money, and you need to follow them and see why and understand what's going on. So what you need to understand is this. The first thing out of the 3 things is this. Being in a niche that's full is normal. It's a good thing because it means that people are spending money on advertising and it's probably working. And you don't want to be in a niche where there's no competition because it hasn't been validated, all right? Or it's just not a buyer market. Like there's certain coaching niches out there that are just not buyer markets and there's really nobody in them, okay? So be okay with it. That's the first step, is just be okay. It's like, hey, it's okay. This is going to work. Don't get overwhelmed. And then what you need to do is start screenshotting their ads and seeing their stuff as so you can get ideas. Not to rip them off, but get ideas of angles and messaging and what are they selling, what's working, and hooks and stuff like that. Okay? Now, I'll give you a little tip. If you want to see more of your competition, now that you've realized that's a good thing, on Facebook, click on their ads. So what you want to do is click on an ad, because what will happen is Facebook will think you're interested in that, and they'll start showing you more ads in your niche. And so what that's going to do is every time you click on a competitor's ad, Facebook's going to serve you up more of, most likely serve you up more of the similar ads. And then so when you keep clicking on them and screenshotting them and looking at their stuff, they're going to give you more of those. So you're going to be able to see more people in your niches and get a good idea of what angles are working, what hooks, all that kind of stuff. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to realize is this. You need to focus on going after a more narrow niche, okay? Like, so for example, if you look at the personal development market, you've got somebody like Tony Robbins or whoever, they're super big, they're A-list, their name is getting them a lot of sales. They've built up a tremendous amount of credibility over the years. And so when they run an ad, just by the fact that Tony Robbins is selling something, it instantly gets a ton of people. So he doesn't have to be as focused, for example. So instead of teaching mindset stuff, because like you got to remember, you get somebody big, like hypothetically like Tony Robbins, okay? People are buying him. But when you have no actual market, I don't want to say credibility, but no exposure in your niche, nobody's buying your brand. Okay, they're not buying your coaching program because you've put out a coaching program on mindset coaching. So what you need to do is you need to narrow your focus to a micro part of your niche. So for example, instead of teaching people how to have an amazing mindset, because they're going to have trouble buying that when everybody else is doing it, right? Everybody else is teaching how to have a mindset, how to manifest your dreams, all these kinds of things like that. How can you compete? You don't want to compete directly with all these people, right? You know there's money in the market, you know it's working, but you can't compete head on. It doesn't make any sense because then you're just going to be one of the masses. So we got to go into it and find a micro niche of like maybe hypothetically, if that's your market, it's going to be what about business owners whose businesses are flatlined and they're dealing with confidence issues around trying to scale their business, hypothetically. Do you see what I mean? So you're still going to teach a lot of the same mindset stuff, but it's going to be hyper niche to a specific type of person, helping them fix a specific type of problem, okay? And so that way, when people see your ad, they're going to be like, oh, that's for me because I'm that person, okay? Versus like, hey, are you struggling with mindset issues and confidence and you're lacking clarity, right? Same thing with, you'll see this in one of the popular niches, weight loss, right? It's like, would you like to lose the next 10 to 30 pounds type thing? Everybody's saying that, okay? Everybody's saying the same thing. And so what you want to do is got to narrow it to who are the people who are most qualified to buy and what is the sub niche within that? Because you got to remember, you can't reach everybody anyway, so why even try? And so stop looking at the A-list people who have these massive followings and go right down to the specifics of one person, okay? Now, the third thing is once you've narrowed your focus, so remember, we're going to do three things here. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to realize a mindset shift. All good niches are oversaturated. It's reality. You're not going to change it. Don't go after some blue ocean where nobody's making money. It is like 2024 and beyond. It's not like it was 10 years ago, okay? When I started years ago, there were tools that help you find niches that were basically nobody knew about. I mean, those days are so far gone now, okay? So don't worry about that. Now, then the second thing you're going to do, right, is you're going to figure out how to narrow it and find the one niche where it's like a niche within a niche, okay? Now, before I get to the third option, I need you to do two quick things. First of all, I need you to hit the like button so that I know you like this video and I can get more out like this to help you, all right? The second thing I need you to do is hit the subscribe button somewhere around here. So that way, what's going to happen is I've got a lot more videos coming down the production line, and you're not going to miss any if you subscribe, hopefully, right? And I spend roughly $1 million a year on Facebook ads getting coaching clients. Plus, I've worked with well over 1,000 coaches. And so what's going to happen is we take all the stuff we're doing on ads and what we're doing with our clients, and we teach it here on YouTube for free, okay? Obviously, there's no cost to any of this, and it's showing you what we're learning, problems we're making, so you get access to all my learnings for nothing. And you never know if the next video coming down is going to be one of the videos that's going to really help you and give you the secret that you're missing that could potentially grow your coaching business. But you're not going to know about it unless you click the like button. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button. And let's get to the third thing, okay? This is the most important thing you need to do. In a competitive market, which they all are, you need to be seen as the only option. How do you do that? Here's how you do that. The thing you need to do is you need to ask yourself, what are all the things that my market has tried that have not worked? Okay? So you're going to ask yourself, so let's say the business owners who are struggling with confidence issues. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to narrow our focus now and go, what are all the things they've tried to fix that haven't worked for them? Maybe they've tried conferences, business coaches, maybe they've gone to retreats, books, all these kinds of things, learning platforms, and nothing's working. So instead of being the coach just to business owners who are struggling with confidence and mindset issues, what we want to do is tack on all these things that they've tried that are not working, which I don't say proves, but which shows they're more committed to fixing this, okay? And so what that does is if they've done all these things and it hasn't worked, what we're going to do now is put that into our messaging and be like, if that's you and you've tried all of these things and it hasn't worked, then I'm the coach for you. You want to be people's last option, not their first option. And their first option is basically very broad, like, hey, would you like to learn how to have more confidence, clarity in your business and stuff like that? You're just going to get a whole bunch of interested and uncommitted people because they haven't done anything to fix the problem. So why would they pay thousands of dollars for your coaching when they've never really done anything? In their mind, what they're going to do is be like, they're going to be on a call with you or Zoom and say, no, you know what? I'm going to go buy a book. I can buy a $5 book on having more confidence. I don't need your help. And then if that doesn't work, I'll reach back out and pay you all this money. Like, what are you going to say to that? No, that book's not going to work. It's just a book. Yeah, it's true, but they don't believe it yet because they haven't done it. So your ideal client is going to be the one who's tried a bunch of stuff and is not naive now and is like, I've done everything. I have no idea how to fix this. What do I do? And that is, and then so you wedge yourself in as like, I'm the only option to help those people. And that's going to help get a more qualified person so you can just be a specific niche in a big sea of competitors and hopefully get a lot of qualified clients. All right. So what I want you to do lastly here is in the pinned comment, first comment, there's a link to an upcoming webinar I have on the 300-word ad strategy template and snowball system that I've been using to attract coaching clients using Facebook ads, and how it works and why is so important is over the last couple of years I've spent about $2.8 million on ads, and I distill in this webinar all the mistakes I made, the lessons I've learned, what's working now, what stopped working that most coaches are doing that's failing them, and what basically is the strategy to get coaching clients from Facebook that's working that you can start on a small budget with. So click the link in that first comment and get registered for that webinar, and we'll see you over there.